touch that fine for you. I do that 3-4 times again, I testify for you. I told I like you, that bitch, I do it. All of them around you scared to do it. I'm not. As long as you joking now here for me, I ain't got it. My bitch, give me a do it. I ain't your body. As long as you.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Stormiana, and I am back with another lit video for you guys today. Before we get started into this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a single video. And follow me on all of my social medias. Let's see in the description box down below. Good morning, weather watchers. How are you this morning? Yes, I said good morning because it is literally 4:30 something a.m. and your girl is up filming, editing. This is a real-time video, so y'all gonna get this video in real time. Saturday, September 21st. This is gonna actually be the second upload of the day. So if y'all have not watched the first one that got dropped at 9 a.m., please go watch that one. It's just a little mini sheen haul. Go see about that, and then come back over here because baby, we got some tea to get into, and y'all know I be telling it all. So here we go. This story time is actually just an update about the mystery man that's on my page. So I don't know if y'all remember that video, if y'all even seen that video. If y'all haven't and it's your first time on this page, welcome, but you gotta go watch that, boo, for real. Stop, go watch that so you can actually catch up and see what I'm talking about. So let me give you a update on what happened with me and old buddy. So after the date and everything, like, we had a couple of more dates. He actually came out for my birthday. We're gonna call him by his initials. We just gonna call him AP, okay? Because that's his initials. So that's what we're gonna call him for the remainder of this video. So my cousin Cece flew down. If y'all remember her, Cece Miles, she was also on my YouTube channel. Go check out her video, her page, and go subscribe. So boom, so she came down for my birthday in July, and AP came down as well. Like, he came out from Montgomery and he came down to celebrate my birthday. So he gave me money for an outfit to go. My cousin did my hair. He gave me money for an outfit. Got that little brown dress. You know, your girl was fine or whatever. So he went and gave me all of that. Then we went out to juicy seafood. We went out to restaurants. Like, we did that type of stuff. So, you know, kicking it. So as we going along, like, now please keep in mind of this, we were never in no relationship, weren't talking, just friends. It is very clear to everybody I come across. We is friends, friends, friends. And I mean that because, like, I don't want no relationship. So I specifically make sure that that is always mention and try to get that understood as much as possible. So, you know, we going out on dates or whatever, and me personally, I have a bad habit of calling everybody babe. I don't mean it in a romantic way. I just say it the same way I say baby or love. Like, it just come naturally for me to say it. So, you know, we text and we talking, we going out on dates and stuff. So here comes August rolls around, and he you know, we've been talking while I'm on the phone with him. I'm discussing, like, you know how I do my calendar board. I'm discussing, like, my finances, like, you know, like, okay, I might be late on rent this month. Now, I did just move in this house, but y'all know me, I'm gonna get it by any means necessary, and literally, y'all know I'm gonna get it. Like, I've been paying my bills on my own, so, like, I'm not asking him. I'm literally doing it as we're on the phone and as he's on his way to work, okay? It's to keep that clarified. Like, I've never asked this man for no money. So everything that he has sent me, he has sent on his own accord. He has sent because he wanted to send it. He has sent it randomly. I wake up and he just sent me a Cash App or something. So August rolls around and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, you know, I always feel like I overwhelm myself when it comes to my finances. Like, I panic about stuff knowing I got ways to get it paid. Y'all know me, I'm gonna get it done regardless. You know, I'm sitting there looking like, okay, this might be this might be that. You know, we going back and forth, we talking about different stuff while he on his way to work. So this is going on in July. So August rolls around, and I think like mid-morning, something like that, I woke up and he had sent me, I think I might have been at work. I think I was at work. So mid-morning would have been probably my first break around like 9ish. So I get on break and he sent me a little text. He's like, check your cash app. So I look at my cash app, it's $700 on there. So, you know, like, that's the most he has sent me at one time. So I'm sitting there looking like, a couple things is going through my head. Like, I hope he's not trying to like buy my attention, like buy my love. Like, I hope that's not the situation. But even still, grateful for it. I'm telling him like, thank you, I appreciate it. Why did you send that? So he like, I want to help you. Like, you a good woman doing everything you can for your family and your children. He's like, I want to help you by any means possible. So, you know, I took it with grace. I'm like, I appreciate it. So, you know, I go pay the rent, do everything else I gotta do. So then after that, I noticed something sketchy started to happen. So let me give you this part of the backstory, because this is what I think was going on. And usually, of course, as a woman, once I get something planted in my head, it's gonna stay there. So this man got this ex of his that he had got pregnant. The girl had aborted the baby, and I guess they got into a situation where she was like, fuck him and that baby, like she don't want his baby and all this other traumatic stuff that happened for him. So I know based off of how the circumstances we met, it was because of that situation. So I felt like one or two things happened. I feel like he started, like, I don't want to say like pulling back from me, but he just started being a little distant and weird. That just kind of gave me like, what's going on? Like, it didn't set right with me to continue that friendship on. So what happened was, I felt like he started talking back to the girl, and he just like text me like randomly, like he worked overnight, so he probably text me like in the middle of the night, good morning, I hope you have a good day, and then he'll probably text me like next couple days or something, and he been working for 3 weeks straight or whatever. So, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, you've been working for 3 weeks straight, like, and doing overtime, like, it's not really adding up to me. But you keep texting my phone, like, we're not even having conversations at this point, y'all. He's literally like, good morning, and then it's like, by the time he's saying good morning, I'm probably still asleep, and I'm not getting back to the messages until probably break when I'm at work. And so it's like, by that time, he sleeps. So it's like, what we keep texting for? Like, just like let it be until, like, I don't like that. I don't like to text people if we don't got nothing to say to each other. If we don't got nothing to talk about, like, regardless of what you did, one, you did it on your own. I did not ask you to do it. And two, if we not having nothing to talk about, I don't feel like we need to have this conversation. I don't feel like we need to try to force a conversation, because that's what I feel like was going on. The other possible reason, which one of my homegirls was like, Storm, I think he gave you half his check and he probably struggling. I don't use people, okay? Clearly, if I had it in me to actually use people, I wouldn't have resorted to other ways to get some money. If I could just scam people out of money and just get money out of them. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, part of me wanted to ask him, like, are you okay? Like, I know he more than likely pays utilities because he doesn't pay rent. And I believe his father owns the trailer that they stay in. The trailer home, I believe they own that along with the land that's on. So I know for a fact he doesn't have as many bills as I do, given our conversations, like me talking about my finances, him sharing his or whatever. So I definitely know he does not, he doesn't pay nowhere near as what I pay. All his money, he just literally blows. Like, he just goes out and have fun with it. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, should I ask? Like, you know, men, they can be very secretive. They can be very egotistical. They don't want to share certain stuff. So, you know, I'm just like, I'm not really sure what's going on. So one day I was just like, you know, I just basically, like, we sitting there having, this was the longest conversation we had in, like, literally a couple weeks. Like, I haven't seen him in that long, so I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what's going on. So, like, I remember him saying, if he would pay all the bills in my house, like, I would, you know, if he lived here, he wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have to pay, I wouldn't have to pay any bills. He's like, you know, I drive out and I just come home as is. I had to stop that right there because you're not moving here. Like, that is where I draw the line at. That is where I let this, that's where I knew I had to let the situation go. I'm like, and then, you know, I'm talking to people at my job. I'm talking to these older women at my job, and they're like, and she's like, you taking that man money? I said, I didn't ask for it. She said, you need to be careful with him. She was like, emotionally, he might, you know, just be trying to buy you in to fill the void that he then got from the girl that he was dating. So she's like, I think you need to let that go because he's not understanding you saying you're single, you don't want a relationship. I don't think that's being understood. So for two reasons, I let this go. And it kind of blew me when I was thinking about it because this really did all happen not long after he sent me money for my rent. And I'm sitting there like, I already had half the money for my rent. And I'm sitting here like, okay, this one other check is going to be the rest of the money for the rent. So it wasn't the fact that I was not going to have it all. It was just a utility was going to be missed, which is fine. Like, you can bounce up on that, y'all know it's ways. So that just kind of, I felt bad about that situation. But when I had to think about it, I'm like, damn, like, that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't get money from people. I don't ask anybody for anything. And I'm not even a person to take shit from folks. So when it was all happening, it didn't mean nothing to me. And she was like, you look at your Cash App and see how much he done sent you in the time that you've been talking to him. So when I looked at it, this man has sent me like, I believe 3,500 in the couple of weeks that we was talking. Again, which I'm grateful for everything because like I said, I'll wake up randomly and be a Cash App there. But I feel like he was like trying to buy his way in, and I'm not that type of person. Like, I come with my own money. So regardless if I go to talk to somebody and they come with more than me or the same as I got, I'm still not clocking what you got because what you got don't belong to me. And I'm never going to be locked into somebody like this again to where what's mine is theirs. Okay, see, being married right now, if I go blow up, I know for a fact my wife going to try to get shit up out of me. Once this divorce is done, baby, that's it. I'm not locking in with nobody to the fact that, to that point where by law, what I got is literally theirs. Okay, so I'm sitting here like looking like, damn, like he was really cool, like a cool ass dude to hang out with, like a really respectful guy, like we really is friends. Like, and I you know, when I'm telling people this and they like, you let him send you money, like I'm like, it's not really much of a big deal to me, like, because he sent it and then it's just like I use it for something completely different, like, or like he'll text me randomly at work, like, I'm sending you money for some lunch, or I sent you money for lunch, I sent you money for breakfast, and I won't even need it. I go and put it towards some extra shit. Like I'm gonna get my own regardless of what anybody is giving. And the fact that I started talking to him after I even moved in here was just like, baby, I got my own stuff. Like, regardless what you come with, I'm not gonna clock what you got or what you don't have. Like, that's not my business. You got what you got what you don't got. Like, that's okay. So I'm sitting here like, I'm thinking about this. Like, I feel like he might be the type of man that really might crash out in the worst way over me rejecting him emotionally. And I don't really specifically want to say rejecting because I already said this, but I started noticing him saying little things like, I'm your nigga and shit like that. And I'm just like, no, like, I'm not on that with you. Like, so when I was talking to my coworker, she like, so he paid your rent. I said, more or less. Like, he paid the majority of it. So, you know, I'm like, my rent ain't 100 and I already had most of it. So, you know, like, when I got paid that following Wednesday, it was like, that would have been my rent right there. Like, y'all know how finances go. You got to budget and plan out accordingly. So she was like, you think he's still your friend after paying your rent? And I was like, I should hope so, because I didn't say anything otherwise. So she was like, oh, you young bitches is crazy. So I'm like, oh, you spicy this morning. Like, this early in the morning, she calling me a young bitch. And I'm like, God, a dumb young bitch at that. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, but I've been telling him, like, you know, when we on the phone, like, I'm telling him I can't wait for my divorce to be found out. I can't wait to get this process started. Like, you know, we talking about this stuff. We talking about, like, his relationship, like, about the girl. Like, we are having these conversations. And she's like, he don't care. She was like, you have to be careful because there's men out here that will kill women over there. She was like, he paying your rent. She was like, you don't think he like you? She was like, I think he fell in love. And then that's what really blew me. He actually did send me a message and he was like, I'm scared. And I was like, what? Like, I'm thinking something is going on, like something's happening. Like, you know, probably, you know, he is raised by his dad. His dad is sick or whatever. So I'm sitting here thinking like something is, you know, going on with his dad again. So he's telling me, he's like, I think, you know, I'm scared because I don't want to get hurt. So I'm like, what's wrong? Like, who's gonna hurt you? I'm steady, clueless, trying to figure it out, because I would never in a million years think he could be talking about me. Because baby, I can't hurt you emotionally, because you shouldn't be attached to me emotionally in any type of way. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. I feel like he was just tricking off me. And Lil Wayne always said it ain't tricking if you got it, but shit, it was just like, it was one of the, I feel like it started turning into one of those situations, and I don't like that. Don't try to buy me in, like, baby, I done been there, done that. Like, I got time for that type of stuff, because that type of stuff comes with drama. And then people want to try to put it up like you needed it, you asked for it or something. It was just like, it would have probably took me a minute to get it. Obviously, I had to wait till my next payday, but I still would have had it either way it went. So he was like, no, I'm just scared to fall in love. That's what blew me aback. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, she was right. So I went to go tell her, and I'm reading these messages on, I think, like, second break. So this by the afternoon time. So I went to go tell her, and she was like, I told you. She was like, you got to be careful with him. She was like, he's the type of man that fall in love with you fast. I've never in my life ran into no man like that. Every nigga I run into ain't shit from start to finish. And while I don't date men, it's more or less like they still ain't shit when they approach me. Okay, when they approach me, when they try to talk to me, they just not shit anyway. So she was like, you need to either let him go and stop talking to him, or just stop taking his money. So I said, I do you one better. I do both. So that's what happened, you know, like, so that whole situation just ended right there, because I'm thinking, like, there really are men out here that's unaliving women for a whole bunch of different reasons. Like, and it's sad no matter what the reason is. It's sad. Like, there are grown men out here unaliving women. So she was telling me about this story about how her homegirl was getting money from this man. And, you know, the guy assumed that they was in a relationship and he was taking care of her. So I guess he was a truck driver, and he came and he was like, he wanted to stay with her, and she wouldn't let him because she had her baby dad there. So he went and killed her and a baby dad because he assumed that they were in a relationship and she was taking his money and paying their bills and all that type of stuff. And I'm like, that can't be me. Like, I'm not making the news for no type of stupid shit like that. Like, that, I don't even be bothered with folks to be doing all that. So, you know, while we're already barely not talking, what I did was I texted him. I was like, I feel like it's some stuff you got going on. And when he said, I'm not trying to get hurt because I'm not trying to fall in love, I said, don't. Like, you don't do that. You don't have to do that. Don't worry about that. Like, we not we not finna do none of that. Like, cause like I said, I'm a very honest person. Like, I keep telling people we're not in relationships. Whether they choose to believe me or not, it's completely up to them. And I just move around situations the way I want to, like the way I need to, and the way I feel like it's best for me. So I text them and I was like, I feel like it's some things you need to work out for yourself. And, you know, like, I hope you work that out within yourself. Like, cause now it's like, damn, this man, like, he one of those, like, he like a lesbian for real. Like, lesbians fall in love within a couple days. He was on the same type of time, and I was not having that. That I'm not finna play with, cause you can't play with people's feelings, especially when they doing shit like that. But when it was going on, it just didn't matter to me, because it was like, I don't know, I guess when I did start my OnlyFans, when I got on Twitter, like, I was used to people, like, sending me money for different shit, like, oh, here my DM feed, oh, can you text me back here, like, stuff like that. Oh, can I buy you lunch, you call my phone, like, different shit like that. But this, it was just like somebody who was just sending money randomly. Like, guys, no lie, I wake up, it'd be like 2 something on my cash app. Like, I just wake up out of my sleep and it'd be some money on there. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm fucking with you. Like, we cool, we straight. You know, like, even before he sent the money, like, we had, even before he started sending me money at all, like, we was talking, like, just having normal conversations, and like, what you want to do with your life, like, you know, him thinking he ready to move out, like, we just vibing. So how even he started sending money, I would literally have to, like, think really hard. My messages delete every 30 days, the way Apple delete them, delete just like that, clear out the space, and it just be gone. So I would really have to sit and think on why he started sending me money in the first place, because he was texting me like, is you coming back out here, like, da-da-da, and I'm like, I don't know yet. But, you know, I'm just like, I don't even know what was the reason he did it. And I'm just like, if I had to take a guess and be like, I think he sent it probably so that I did text him back. Like, I can't say for sure. Like, I think maybe, like, again, I would really have to sit back and think about this, because I don't know how all of that even got started in the first place. But once it started, it didn't stop. I was wrong, because I probably should have stopped it and mentioned something. It just passed by me, because it was just like, I'm still getting money other ways. Like, I'm still getting money other ways. So it's just like, what really stood out was the rent payment, and that was just more or less like that. And then him trying to have conversations about him moving out his dad's house, and, you know, just little things he started to say, which equaled up to my conclusion of just letting him be, was more or less because, like, him asking me, like, would you ever move in with somebody again? I'm like, no. First of all, like, I'm not letting nobody else move in the house with me and my children. Like, I have children. And then on top of that, if we don't work out, somebody got to leave, or somebody got to, like, get off the lease. Like, that's too much. And I don't want to do that. And it was just like, okay, like, let me just let this shit go before it get to a point where somebody gonna get hurt. And I would hate for that situation to turn into something physical. Y'all know I'm gonna protect myself and my home as hard and best as possible, but it was just like, I don't want it to reach that point. Like, you know, he just spent the night a couple times, but all in all, like, I did block him, because I just didn't feel like, I didn't even know what to say about it, because it was just weird. Because it was like, we haven't even been talking. Like, I'm literally saying hey to you every couple of days, like, or good morning and good night every couple of days at this point. So, like, yeah, let that go. Then I noticed maybe like a week or so after that, he went on my OnlyFans page, and he had subscribed, and he went to go buying shit on there. So I'm just like, okay, like, let me just, like, I'm sitting there thinking like, please don't let him turn into a stalker. Like, I'm thinking about all these things. I'm like, this is not something I want to deal with. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be bothered with this. Like, I don't want to put myself in that type of predicament where something tragic could result from that. Like, and I'm just like, I haven't talked to him since. Like, there is no beef. Like, I'm always grateful for everything that he sent me, but at the same time, I just feel like emotionally he was putting himself somewhere that he shouldn't have been. Also, at the same time, it was just like, he's looking for something that I feel like I couldn't give him, even though I told him. I just feel like he was really trying to buy me into a relationship. And it's kind of sad because it was just like, damn, like, I feel like we could have just been friends that tricked off each other. And it was just like, he started pushing it to other things. Like I said, asking me about moving in together, hinting that he wanted to move in here, like that type of stuff. It was just like, bro, I'm not trying to do this with you. Like, I be your homegirl. Like, you don't gotta send no money. We could just have little conversations, and I respond when I respond. Sweet and as kind as he is, I really wanted us to be like really, really good friends. Like, and it's so sad because I feel like, damn, like when we first started talking, I'm thinking like he could really like be my homeboy. Like, I really wanted us to be friends. Like, so like I said, we was texting before he started sending money, and I'm just not even sure how that even started for real. Like, I really have to really truly think about that. I didn't think I would have to do this video because y'all know I would have kept the receipts and started showing everything. So I don't know, but I knew I did block him. I haven't like heard from him. He hasn't tried to reach out to my knowledge on any social media. I don't know. I do wish him the best, truly, and I really do hope he finds somebody that like shouldn't do all of that, because like, you cannot live in my house. You cannot move here. Like, you can't do all of that. And it was just like, like, I don't. As much as it's so sad because I really thought he was gonna be one of the people that understood me saying, I don't want a relationship. This is not what I want. I'm not gonna do this. As much as I can tell people that, it just seems like people just go based off of their own emotion. It's just like, oh, she doing this. That don't mean anything. I could send you some money, and that don't mean we in a relationship. It just means I sent you some money. Like, that's all. That don't guarantee you a spot in my heart, nor a spot to keep you safe with me. Like, that don't mean that at all. So that's what happened. That's what happened to AP. Like, I did tell my cousin what happened. She was like, She was like, he did that, and I was like, yeah. Like, I just had to let it go because I feel like I said, I didn't want it to turn into something that I did not intend for it to do. It's just like, you started with all of that shit, because I know for a fact I didn't ask you for anything. So it's just like, you just did it. And you know, somebody was like, maybe it was because you was telling him about this, you know, your finances and stuff. And I was like, we was both talking about our finances, not to point towards like, oh, I need this, but just doing my board. Like, before I started filming it on YouTube and showing y'all how I do my board, I would literally just be on the phone with him, and then I go call my cousin Cece and show her my board. Like, he was the person, like he was watching me put it up and everything, and it was just like, that's how like that started. Like, we both discussing stuff, I'm giving him credit tips. Like, that's how all of that started. Like, just us having, I feel like, normal basic adult conversations. And I feel like I needed to let that go before it, like I said, it be something that it didn't need to be. I'm not sure where he's at with it mentally and emotionally, and I just should hope I didn't leave him in a bad spot. But I did say like, nah, I'm just gonna let this go. Like, and I'm pretty sure he realized I blocked him, given the fact that he did go on my OnlyFans. Don't ask me how he got it. It's a few ways he could have got it. It's not more or less hidden anywhere. So yeah, that's the story time of AP. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. give me your honest opinion on a man like that. Like, ladies, have you ever ran into a man that you viewed as a friend that started probably trying to buy you into a relationship? Like, and I feel like that's what it was. Like, he was trying to pay me to start dating him, and it was not going to happen. Fellas, how do you feel? Have you been in a situation where you sent the female money to secure a relationship, or you started sending money and you assumed that you guys were in a relationship? Like, let me know, because like I said, this is not a situation I am used to being in, especially with men. Like, I don't know what was going on. Like, I just thought we was cool. Like, we hadn't slept together. Like, he spent the night here. I done put his butt right here on this side of this bed with no pillow, no blanket. Well, obviously there's a sheet, but he done been here frozen a couple times. Like he didn't slept. Like, he's never tried to touch me. He's never tried to kiss me. Like, we haven't even been intimate in that way for that to happen. Like, he's probably grabbed my hand crossing the street, something like that, you know, like just chivalry, doing stuff like that, holding the door. Like, nothing that would even suggest that, you know, that was that. Like, so let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a single video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.